I'm breathing underwater, I'm weightless through space. I'm soaring like an eagle all over this place. Creatures most will never see are waiting there to look at me, and all I gotta do is breathe underwater. As our story begins, things aboard the Seaview are pretty routine.
Well, belay it then! Lend me a hand with these dampening rods!
It's no good, Ski. We can't get the reactor to stop from blowing.
Get on the horn again! We gotta get some help down here fast!
As I said, danger in the reactor room is a routine occurrence on our sub. Some men in hazard suits appear with the captain, but while they were on their way, something kaboomed and Ski and Patterson are both unconscious. While the other men take care of them, the captain will try to fix all this on his own. 2 strong crew members couldn't do it, but he's the captain. The machinery will follow his orders, right?
What do you think, Doc?
He's still in a deep coma.
Radiation shock?
That could account for it.
Only you don't think so.
Well, there's no doubt that he received a massive amount of rays when he shut down the reactor.
So did Kowalski and Patterson. But you were able to send them back to duty.
Let's just say the coma is much deeper than would seem warranted. And this anti-radiation unit isn't helping.
If I'm following this correctly, that thing behind him is supposed to either neutralize the radiation in his body or suck it out somehow. It isn't doing either one at the moment. The guy tending it is Mallory, a corpsman who invented the device. The doctor assures Mr. Morton that it's been thoroughly lab tested, but this is the first time it's been allowed outside to play with others. So far, it doesn't seem to be very adept at social interaction. Chip and the doctor head out, leaving Mallory with the captain. He seems to be having your basic out-of-body experience, but with a serious twist. Which is to say, he's corporeal. He can touch stuff, like that pistol. And that's not all he can do.
There's nothing else I can do, you see. Absolutely nothing.
He exits the room as Chief Sharkey is going that way.
Morning, sir. Wonder what's eating here?
Admiral? Admiral, what's the matter? What happened?
The chief is so rattled he can barely get the words out when he calls Mr. Morton. But it's true, based on what he saw and what he found, Captain Crane murdered his best friend and the ship's true guiding star. As far as I could see, he didn't put it back in its holster, so anyone who looks in there can see that it's been tampered with. This alter ego, or whatever it is, isn't very careful. He lies down and the two merge again. So far, this makes as much sense as when Hazel tries to explain Hegelian dialectical philosophy to me.
Oh. No. No, not the skipper. He couldn't do anything like that. It wouldn't be possible for him. I'll have a guard of honor posted.
Chip?
What else can I do, Doc? I'll have to arrest Lee Crane in suspicion of murder.
He's right. There aren't many other conclusions they can come to. But unlike a lot of people today, Lee Crane will get his due process.
No. I couldn't kill him.
I gotta find her.
It's no use, Captain. There's no use trying to call the Admiral. You did kill him, you know.
Who are you?
Does it matter?
That's a matter of opinion. It's not hard to suss out that he's behind whatever this is, so who he is could be an important thing to know.
All that really concerns you is that you deliberately murdered Admiral Nelson in cold blood.
Is he an alien or what? Regardless of that, what does he want?
Who are you?
It doesn't matter. The deed is done. Admiral Nelson died by your hands. Even though it won't occur until tomorrow.
Ask a different question, Captain, such as, what does he want? Or maybe, based on what he just said, you could ask, huh?
The presumed realities of time and space are confusing only to those who are not familiar with the fourth dimension.
The fourth dimension.
You will find, Captain, that only in this area are you in a familiar time-space continuum. Everything outside that door is in the world of tomorrow.
Time has been called the fourth dimension since H.G. Wells and earlier. I don't know about Captain Crane, but I learned that in grade school. In typical fashion, he doesn't believe him and has to look for himself. By the way, the LSD he gave you is starting to kick in. That's why it suddenly looks like you can walk on the wall. The kaleidoscope effect is some kind of barrier or bubble around the room with the machine. But he's the captain. He'll get past it.
Is the Admiral still inside? I'm talking to you, sailor. Is the Admiral's body still inside? Answer me. Is the Admiral's...
They can't see him or hear him, and his hand passes right through them. But he can physically open the door, and they don't notice. Do I have that right?
We brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. The Lord gave, and the Lord taketh away. Blessed be the name of the Lord.
Stop it! I didn't kill him, I didn't!
Arrest him.
He's alive. He's alive, I know he is! He's alive!
According to the mighty working whereby he is able to subdue all things unto himself, we therefore commit this body to the deep. Amen.
We know it all comes back to Mallory and his machine, but the captain hasn't made that connection yet, even though Mallory told him in so many words. As the other men and Mr. Morton secure the deck, Patterson and Kowalski will escort the captain to the brig.
Come along, sir. Let's go. Halter, I'll flank.
Stand right there.
Or not. I can't tell if he's deliberately trying to wing him or if Kowalski is just that bad a shot. And no bullet wounds. That happened tomorrow. How sad is it that right now that sentence makes sense?
I was about to call you, sir, to report on Captain Crane.
Is there any change in his condition?
None at all. Still in a coma. He hasn't moved a muscle since he was brought in here.
You see, it's just as I told you. There's nothing we can do. Look for yourself.
Yes, he's alive. It's still today. It's only tomorrow out there, remember? He doesn't get killed until out there. Or tomorrow when it catches up in here. But that means it's day after tomorrow out there, so when he goes out to kill the Admiral, he's already a day late. Okay, this is starting to hurt. Anyway, we go to commercial at that point as if it's some big reveal. Chip reports that repairs are complete and they can get underway, so let's head to Santa Barbara. Mallory monkeys with his machine again, and those two find an empty sick bay where they thought they just saw the captain go. The captain himself gets a rifle this time.
Sir, we're ready to get underway.
Very well, Chief.
Control the maneuvering.
Maneuvering aye.
Set course 270. All ahead 1/3.
Bearing 270 relative. All ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
That's straight west. Santa Barbara is on the California coast, so where are they? Based on their course and projected arrival time, I put them somewhere in New Mexico.
Well done, Commander.
Where did you come from?
Don't ask questions, Commander. Now it's your turn to follow orders.
Take him!
I wouldn't advise any more resistance. I couldn't care less whether you live or die. Change course, Commander. Bearing 020, relative.
That's north with a slight eastern tilt. Where the heck are they?
Excellent, Commander. Now I suggest you all resume your duty posts until we arrive at our destination.
And then?
I thought it was obvious to you by now. You're all going to die, of course.
Then why should they obey him? If it's a choice of being killed now or a few minutes later, may as well stage a sit-down strike. He can kill everybody, then he can have fun trying to operate a ship that requires 125 hands all by himself.
Going to die, of course. Going to die, of course. Going to die, of course. Oh. I'm not the crew. I'm not the crew. I can't kill. I can't kill.
Yes, the bullets haven't happened yet. I'm not completely sure what Mallory thinks he's doing with all this time manipulation. Really, it looks like he's just screwing around, pushing buttons to see what happens.
The control room, huh? I seem to be doing something in the control room.
You will, Captain. When the time comes.
Time.
Tomorrow. That's when you killed the Admiral, remember?
That smug expression makes you want to do unkind things to it, doesn't it? There isn't a lot of information about Chris Robinson. This is the only time we've seen him on the channel, though he did have a part in an episode of Hogan's Heroes, which we're having fun with on Patreon. He was a character actor for decades and also did a few stretches in the soap opera circuit. He had a little legal trouble in the 80s, but was allowed to keep acting on a work release program that was available at the time. He was in the middle of an 8-year run on General Hospital, and you can bet if the character suddenly disappeared because the actor was in jail, audiences would have been up in arms when they found out. He was married 5 times and fathered 10 kids, so he didn't spend all his time on set. He died just a few weeks ago as I write this, aged 86. The sources say he died of heart failure. No kidding. That's what we all die of eventually. What caused it? It's like saying he died because he quit living.
No.
Now you will take this submarine to an island I know of and you will kill the crew.
No.
And then, Captain Crane, in a 4th-dimensional sphere in which time and space exist in a manner which your weak mind could never comprehend, the people of this world will serve me as slaves for...
Oh, good grief. Really? The old take over the world ploy. Your parents never hugged you, did they?
No!
Maybe if you run to them crying and say, "Lee broke my machine," they finally will. We don't know where he went after his Irwin Allen wink out, but the captain goes through the acid trip barrier again and makes his way to the control room. Once again, nobody can see or hear him, but he can see himself, or his other self.
There it is, Commander. There's our destination. Any minute now, Commander, we'll arrive. And the death you wondered about will be here.
Whatever the beam is, it's rendering everyone unconscious, including the invisible captain.
Chief, stay there. I'm warning you, Skipper, you stay right there.
Where is everybody? What's happening?
I just came up from engineering and found it this way. So maybe you better tell me.
Put that gun
Skipper.
away.
Hold it. I can't do it. No matter what you've done, I can't do it.
He explains about the 4th dimension and all that. Sharky responds with, "Let's go to the brig, sir."
There's a crewman named Mallory. He's got a machine aboard that can throw everything into the 4th dimension. It's responsible for everything that's happened.
Where is it?
It's in sick bay. We've got to destroy it. Are you with me?
What are we waiting for?
Up the stairs, there's an avalanche. Topside, there's a raging fire. The only way out is the flying sub.
What do you think?
I think we've been herded here.
What?
Our friend Mallory. He could want us to take the flying sub out. That's why all the other exits are blocked.
Well, do we go along with it?
Do we have a choice?
I thought the idea was to get to sick bay and destroy Mallory's gadget. I don't think the flying sub will fit through the door.
What's happening, sir?
I don't know. But hang on.
never mind. At least he's in familiar territory. He's visited this jungle at least half a dozen times already.
Welcome aboard, Captain. If you hadn't damaged my space-time unit while escaping from sickbay, I would have been able to greet you directly, Apollo.
All right, Mallory. You brought me here, wherever we are, and I imagine the rest of the crew is around here somewhere, too.
It's true.
Now, at long last, ask him why.
What do you hope to accomplish now? What are you going to do with all of us?
Okay, close enough.
Well, I'm experimenting, Captain. I have my fourth dimension unit, but I'm not certain as yet exactly how powerful it is, what its limitations and its abilities are.
So that's what this is all about. You're using us as guinea pigs. You're testing 125 men in the Seaview to satisfy your own personal curiosity.
That would be a fair statement, yes.
So he was pushing buttons to see what happens. And you have a right to do this to them because...
Well, why on us? Why on human beings? With a discovery like that, you could get the backing of every major power in the world.
And give up what I now possess entirely alone? No, Captain. This way, when I've discovered exactly what I can do with it, the world will come to me. I'll be the one in power.
Because he made a fancy machine, so that makes him better than everybody else. I'll try to remember to write that down this time so I don't forget again.
What's it to be now?
An attempt to see if the human mind can outwit my machine. You're in the jungle. You have no weapons, no sense of direction. You're in a maze.
If you say so.
But there's death all around you, Captain, behind every bush and every tree, along every footpath. And you can throw out your usual book of rules. My machines erase them. Problem's a simple one. Get out alive.
You can tell he's new to the crew. The regulars know that getting out alive is one of the things Captain Crane does best. What would you do? Deal with two psychopathic versions of yourself or jump off a cliff? Captain Crane has met his other selves already, so he knows what to choose. We'll learn that Mallory didn't believe he'd jump. But he knows Mallory is dinking with space and time. He saw an avalanche at the top of his staircase, which couldn't be real. There's 3 of him, which tells him anything goes. So he took a calculated risk that the cliff wasn't real, and he was right. He encounters Chip, Kowalski, and Patterson. They don't want to hear about a 4th dimension. They only have one thing on their minds.
Prepare for execution. Ready?
Get out of there, Skipper. Come on, let's go.
Where?
Well, I got this in a flying sub. Come on. That way.
Sharky gets a bullet in the shoulder, but they reach the flying sub. Mallory appears and explains all this stuff, and I'm not going to try and show it. Basically, there's an island that's not anchored in time. It floats in a sea of shifting time currents. In less than 10 minutes, it's going to pop away to some other time stream and take them all with it. He puts what he calls the death clock on the wall and disappears. With him not yammering anymore, they can fix a couple of things, get underway, and return to the sub. The island does explode, but they're out of its range. Captain Crane has an idea.
Nuclear grenade. It'll take one to make sure that machine's destroyed. Could blow
up Seaview. At least we'll die in our own world. Now wait here, I'm going through. Look out, sir, there's a tidal wave out there. I have to go out.
As the captain suspected, there's no tidal wave. There's another kaleidoscope, and then...
Nothing wrong with him that a good tour of duty wouldn't cure.
Destroying the machine reset everything. Mallory disappeared, so I guess it reset him too.
Physically, it may be all right, but I'm not so sure about him mentally. Huh? That fourth dimension yarn.
You know, Admiral, my feelings could be hurt. Except, I never listen to a man who's been murdered and buried at sea.
Mallory, he was brilliant, all right, but a little bit mad at the same time.
The word you're looking for is megalomaniac. He gained a bit of power for himself and it went to his head. He decided he was superior to the rest of us, so we should all serve him. He's just the latest in a long line of such people. The bad part is, he almost pulled it off.
I wonder whatever happened to him after you destroyed that thing.
I don't know. But there's one thing I'm thankful for.
What's that?
Wherever he is, that world of tomorrow that he planned for us will never happen.
I once heard something that summarized this story quite well. It says, and I quote, "There is no problem on Earth that can't be solved by the proper application of high explosives." I wonder what Mallory would think of that statement.
All I gotta do is breathe underwater. Breathe underwater. Breathe underwater.